Let's kick off this top 10 Who is the Real King video by travelling to 1951 India. Leo the lion lived in a zoo in the Indian state of Gujarat. He wasn't happy when a large Bengal tiger called Vikrama crossed his path. The zoo attendant was cleaning out the animal cages and left both Leo's and Vikrama's cages ajar, allowing them to mingle in the outside yard. 18-year-old Vikrama must have looked at 7-year-old Leo sideways, because before you know it, the two were battling it out. Leo had age on his side. His attack on the tiger resulted in serious injuries. Vikrama eventually ran back to his cage where he received medical attention, but he lost the battle and died soon after the fight. Leo remained in captivity. The zookeeper was suspended for his poor judgment. The next lion versus tiger fight occurred in 1911 at a circus farm. The lion, Rover, who was trained by the famed animal trainer Francis Bostock, went up against a tiger named Mentor and broke his opponent's neck in the battle. When the crew came to see what had happened, the fight was already over. The lion was roaring in victory with his foot on top of the tiger's dead body. Newspaper reports stated that animal fights rarely happen in a well-managed menagerie, but the instinctive hate between lions and tigers makes fighting events more likely. It further stated that both animals must undergo years of training before they can be stationed at the same quarters. Famous animal trainer and zoo owner Clyde Beatty raised a lion named Prince with a bad attitude. He managed to kill 5 tigers in his lifetime. Among them were 3 tigresses, Rosie, Shiva and Silica, who fell victim to Prince in 1951. A few years went by, but Prince did not lose his ability to fight or his thirst for blood. He racked up more notches on his belt, killing 2 large male tigers. In modern times, Beatty has been criticised for raising lions that were known for their violence and often killed tigers. He would also gather other animals in cages that didn't necessarily get along. People have said he didn't care about the animals and was only seeking fame. King Edward was a mighty lion, raised by animal trainer Lucia Jawara. One day, King Edward got sick. One of the tigers, a large Bengal tiger named Ben who lived with King Edward, realised he was weak and sick and decided this would be the perfect time to move in for the kill. The Bengal tiger began harassing King Edward. When Lucia caught on, she allowed King Edward to feast on a tasty chicken. The chicken revitalised the lion and got him back into fighting shape. When the lion returned to his cage, the tiger attacked, but the lion defended himself. Then he launched a counterattack that killed the tiger in minutes. That'll teach the other animals not to pick on someone weak and defenceless. Please share, like, comment and subscribe to this channel. You know you want to. In this clip, we see a lion and tiger going at it in a caged environment, likely a zoo. Surprisingly, there are several moments when the tiger gets the lion on its back, seemingly overtaking it. The battle doesn't seem too vicious, but the zookeeper isn't taking any chances. They squirt the pair with a strong stream of water, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to get in the middle of that. Lions are often the victors in lion versus tiger fights, but here's a refreshing change. Okay, admittedly, in this clip it takes 3 tigers to send the lion running. One of the larger tigers bats at it with its mighty claws, but the main takeaway here is the lion is defeated. In 1949, a 1,000-pound tiger became part of a circus act. To put it in perspective, most male tigers weigh between 200 to 680 pounds and most females between 140 to 370 pounds. So this tiger was big. Bigger than most had seen before. Also in the circus was a lion named King who had been trained by a man named Prince El Kigordos. It would have been nice if the tiger and lion could behave themselves, but no. They began to fight right in the middle of the performance. Despite the tiger's large size, the lion was victorious. King proved himself by killing a very large tiger and became famous in his lifetime. Oh, we're getting close to number 1. Which lion do you think will take the top spot in this lion versus tiger battle? Baltimore is a legendary lion. He was trained by a famous lion trainer, Jack Bonavita. Bonavita lost his arm in a lion attack, but continued training lions, sometimes hosting several in one cage. Anyway, back to Baltimore. He was known for his murderous ways. He killed all his trainers in the early 1900s. He also fought and killed hundreds of animals, including tigers. However, his most famous fight was against a 900-pound Russian brown bear. The victory earned him the title of one of the greatest fighting lions in the world. As for Bonavita, he was brutally killed in a polar bear attack in 1917 at the age of 52. I guess some people just never learn. Now, Sultan was a Barbary lion, a now extinct species of lion native to North Africa. He was featured in Clyde Beattie's Circus and was considered one of the greatest fighters of his time. He even battled Nero, an old and powerful lion also featured in the circus. Clyde defeated Nero and took over his crown as the new boss of the arena. Sultan was so powerful that Beattie wanted him to star in the 1932 film The Big Cage, a pre-code circus film starring the trainer alongside actress Anita Page. The lion would be featured in a scene fighting a tiger, but when Sultan killed a male tiger in real life, Beattie was forced to edit the scene, replacing Sultan with another lion. Although Sultan was edited out of the movie, he was mentioned in Bettie's book Facing the Big Cats. I guess that's a small consolation. Boss Tweed was another one of Beattie's lions, considered a powerful fighter. In 1936, he was believed to have killed 3 tigers in a fight. According to Beattie, the lion and tigers battled it out while they were stuck in a chute that provided them access to the fighting arena. However, others state that the lion could not have fit in the chute, and more than likely the tigers were just fighting each other. Nonetheless, Beattie gives a startling account of the fight and the aftermath. For 20 minutes they battled. Boss Tweed killed the 3 tigers, but himself was almost torn to ribbons. He recovered somehow, but never seemed to be the same. His spirit or his fighting nerve was gone. The other morning, I opened his cage door and he was dead. For 7 years I trained him, the longest of any of my cats.
Cheers for watching and good on you, mate. Now, if you want to be a cool cobber, give this next video a burl.